Nothing special really to say. I don't know.
Amy, you've been here for what? A week? All right, so you're a pro now. Why don't you kind of tell us?
How was your first week?
Yeah.
It was good. It feels like I've been here much longer than a week.
I agree.
But that's a good thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
She dove right in.
Yeah. I don't.
Did we warn you well enough in advance?
You warned me. I think you tried to scare me, but I don't know. It didn't happen.
Stephanie and I did try to scare her, but it didn't work.
You
So
did.
she showed up and she kept showing up.
Yeah.
I think you're doing
I'm still
fantastic.
here. Thank you.
You're welcome. And this week's going to be even crazier. So, but she's able to handle it. Everything that I throw at her. So bring it on. Stephen, how was your first? You're the only
I know.
guy.
But yeah, it's been really good so far. I've been having a blast, and it's nice to be excited that it's Monday because you get to go to work. Like that's just kind of a new feeling for me.
It is, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. But yeah.
Good, I'm glad. Bree, how was your first week, sweetie?
It was good. It was really a dive right in. No, like there wasn't a we're gonna spend forever on an orientation.
That
I don't like anyway.
What orientation?
I know.
Here,
It was
do
just
this.
like here, try it out. No, it was really fun though. Like Amy said, I feel like I've been here forever in a good way. It's been awesome so far.
I thought it was awesome that your very first project to do for Biomarry U was the urine page.
That's right.
Wow.
The urine flyer.
The urine flyer. There you go.
Those are still waiting to come. You did wonderful last week too. Both everybody's so talented and professional, and I love you all so much already.
Oh, thanks.
I do. It's fun to come to work every day.
Well, it's crazy because you haven't been here all that long either. This is like
I feel like I've already been here.
This is her second official month. Today's the end of her first month here.
Oh man!
And since I've been here, since the first week of August, we've already opened 50 jobs.
Wow.
So here we go.
That's great.
So anyway, it's been really exciting seeing the growth and stuff going on with crossover, and there's just so much, I don't know, there's so much going on.
What about, you've been here a little bit longer, so you can speak a little bit to kind of the personal growth.
Yeah, I've been going, I went through a lot of personal growth, still am. I feel like life is a process and you're constantly learning, and so just working with people, I've learned a lot about that and different styles of leadership and like how people operate, and that's been a big learning experience in communicating with people and even just like looking at my own style and being accountable to my own actions and what I get done and what I still need to do. You know what I mean? Like there's just
Damari, you're what, 2 months into it now?
I am.
Oh, that's right. You're
almost 2 months. Yeah, but I've seen it grow from the beginning. So
Right.
I'm really proud of Stephanie on all the work she's put into this, and just to see last year we would have not even been at this table, and it wouldn't have been half as many people here. And even we got Andrew remotely. And I just think this is an awesome opportunity and a blessing, to be able to have all you guys here and just
This
really
is a
see
cool
how things are
team.
growing.
It's such a cool team.
It is.
Everybody was handpicked. We finally have all of us together. Once Terrell gets on board, then we'll be all together, and we're going all the way, you guys. Just so you know.
Yep.
It's just one of those God things. I have no idea how this happened or how I got here, but one day I had a voice in my head that said, do this, and call somebody for this, and I did. I actually started, I was looking for a website, and I was looking for a ministry type website, and I asked one of our mutual friends, who was one of my mentors, and he said, hey, I think I know somebody named Stephanie that does these things. I said, okay, let me call her. And I called her, and I don't know, it turned from an introduction to, I don't know, how long, it was like an hour and a half or something. We were talking. It just started pouring out, and you just see similar visions, and you see, just similar thoughts on the table, and, everything she said kind of just synergetically impacted what I was saying, and it was like a dynamite experience, like an explosion, like, man, this is, we have something here, and next thing you know, we went further with it, and Stephanie, she does her background checks. She did a background check on me. She went through our mutual friend and made sure that I was who I said I was, which is it says to her that she's definitely a very smart business person. But it all checked out, and I don't know. We're just here, and I know here is just what I want to say is with this camera, hey, let's enjoy the process, because we're not even going to believe a year or two from now. We're just going to look back and be like, man, this is crazy. Does this stuff really happen? And
it was just me and Stephanie talking downstairs one day, hadn't even made the merge yet with our client to her, and I'm like, but we need this and this, and all of you guys happened, and it happens on a daily basis. I tell you goosebumps every day about something, and now Ryan's here, and I just already love him. He's gonna save my world. I mean, it's just gonna be awesome, and you think I'm kind of crazy now, but as soon as I get going, we're going to have a lot of fun. Because as soon as things are placed, that's when we're going to start getting creative about it. I'm going to start getting my passion back.
30-year-old baby of his. I mean, he grew this from, my age, and he grew to where it's at right now. And he didn't transition the company by choice, and it was through a series of circumstances and events. And I can only imagine how difficult this is for him to walk away from 30 years worth of something that he's grown and lived every single day. But I want to say that it has been, for one, it's the biggest gift that Crossover could ever have. There's nothing that we could have asked for right now that could have been greater than this. It brings over this thing we struggled with the most, which is the processes and to touch our premium client. We know our budget client, but we don't know our premium client. And that's what he brought to the table. And so for him to, I mean, business happened, but basically to give us his child, his baby that he's watched grown all these years, and to give us, Jennifer and this phenomenal client and all these different pieces that are very much complement where we're growing and where we're taking the company. It is totally and completely, these are the things that I'm saying, it is God's timing, it is perfect. Andrew and I were on the phone. I gotta say this so that you know how this happened. I freelanced in Ken's office like a couple of weeks after I quit my full-time job and said, I'm going to go do this Crossover thing. I don't have any money in savings, but I believe that God's telling me to do this. So Ken played basketball with Shamari, and they invited me over for a week to do some freelance while their designers were out of town. I don't say frequently that God told me something unless I know for doggone sure that God told me something. And God told me then that our companies were going to be connected at some point. I had no idea. I moved on about my life. 3 years later, I was updating my Skype contacts I had never updated my Skype contacts before, and Ken accepted my invitation. Andrew and I get on the phone, and we're talking about, and this is like 9 o'clock on a Sunday night. It's when Andrew's really kicking in gear as far as becoming a part of the company. And he was saying, the quickest way to grow is through acquisitions and mergers. And I was like, well, that's great. Let's see what happens, I come back to my computer, and Ken has Skyped me and said, hey, can you do lunch? And it was, it was 3 months later that we acquired the company and went through the transition, the merger and everything, and phenomenal opportunity. It's exactly where God needed us to be at that time, but it was the most seamless process. And Ken has been, I just could not ask. There's nobody that could ever pull off something this smooth and be this gracious and be this phenomenal and be this personable and businesslike. And I don't know. I mean, I just want to say Ken gave us the biggest gift that we could ever ask for right now, and part of that is why you guys are sitting at this table. And so, I would say just make sure that in some way today, whether it's through a smile or whatever, that you make sure that he that he knows, that we appreciate this. So anyway, that's my
good meeting.